See. Now, migrants are the backbone of multicultural Australia, but should we accept more people from overseas? Earlier this week, media magnate Rupert Murdoch implored our nation to embrace new migrants.
We must be open to immigrants, to their desire to improve themselves and to the resulting improvement in our country.
We owe so much to the migrants in this country, and joining us now are two high-profile migrants with incredible stories of success. Tatiana Grigorieva won silver at the Sydney Olympics after moving here from Russia, and Maha Sinnathamby is a Malaysian-born property developer and author who's built an $840 million empire. Wow. Substantial. Yeah, you're both very accomplished.
Tatiana, let's start with you first. You had never actually pole vaulted before you came to Australia. Tell us your story.
Correct. I came here as a runner. We came here just for a training camp, and we just really liked it and decided to stay and live. For me, the problem was that I didn't speak much of English, and I couldn't work with the English-speaking coaches. And the only Russian-speaking coach I could work with happened to be Alex Panov, pole vault coach. So that's how I started to get into the pole vaulting, and 2.5 years later, I found myself in the heights that I couldn't even imagine to be at.
Did you find Australia to be a land of opportunity for you? Were you encouraged to do this by being here, do you think?
I think one of the reasons I really wanted to stay here, when we came and we've spent a bit of a time in Australia, I had this incredible sense of freedom. And I did feel like I can achieve a lot more. I had this magical feel that I can achieve anything I'd set up to achieve. And it's just the sense of freedom, the fact that there's so much opportunities in Australia, and I felt that for everyone who've got energy and drive and who've got goals, everything is possible in Australia.
You certainly went about achieving that, and you've done so well. And Maha, you have too. Also, you arrived in Australia with barely a cent to your name, and now you have a few cents in your pocket. You've done extremely well. What's your story?
My story is, I think this is a great country, a country with unlimited opportunities, a country that is 2/3 the size of India and China combined in land area, and they have 2.4 billion. We've only got 23 million. 1% of the total population of China and India sitting on this massive, massive wealth, unlimited resources which the world needs so badly. And great climate, 4,500 kilometers of ocean frontage. Where else do you have this?
You're great salespeople.
You know, we're called a lucky country, but people who are successful say the harder they work, the luckier they get. Yes. Would you say that reflects your...
Of course, and not only a lucky country, Cameron, I think it's a great country, a country with unlimited opportunities. We haven't even scratched the surface. Just let's go deeper. We need the energy, we need the innovation, we need the excitement, we need people who want to make the best out of this country.
How did you start? What happened in the chain of events that took you from being penniless to being very wealthy?
Well, I don't consider wealth as very important, but the thing is, I came here to be successful. I knew I could be very successful in this country, but I failed.
That was your goal when you arrived.
Yes, that's right. I am here to win. But I failed and failed and failed along the way. And one thing that I learned out of life is be persistent. Persistence, persistence and persistence. And never, never, never give up. You don't give up. Doesn't matter how many times you fail, just keep going. And also you say to yourself, you are whatever you want to be.
Look at that
great
energy
message. Look at that. Yeah, I believe you.
And Tatiana, you have, I mean, you're both parents. You have young children, though. How different is their childhood to your own when you were growing up in Russia?
Very different. They just got so much more opportunities, things that we do with them. You know, my son is into dirt bike riding. My daughter about to start dancing lessons and music lessons, and they do the swimming lessons. The fact that we don't need to plan a holiday to go to the beach, we can just get up in the morning, have a breakfast, get in the car, drive for half an hour, and we're gonna be in the most beautiful beaches in the world. All of these little things that make your day-to-day life is beautiful and more enjoyable. I think very, very important.
It's great to hear these messages from you, because often we rue the changes in this country, and we whinge and moan about things that we perceive as being difficult. But you've both come from circumstances where truly life is difficult.
Yes, I think, Cameron, I think we really have to realize that we are the most fortunate country in the world. There is no country like this. When you really compare, and I've traveled a lot, and I know Tatiana has traveled a lot too. There is no country like this. We got to take advantage of it.
And your energy is reflected in your book as well.
Yes, I think you got to read the book. It's got full of pains.
Yeah.
It's not a joyful reading. Have a look at my website, read the book. A lot of pains, but it just tells you everybody you can be whatever you want to be.
Persistence pays off.
Yeah, go after it,
Yeah.
and don't take no for an answer. When somebody says you can't make it, avoid them. Go to somebody and say you will do it.
Cut out the negativity.
Yeah, no negativity.
Tatiana, thank you very much for coming in this morning, and Maha, and it's great to see you because
Thank you.
our memories of you soaring to silver, that is still so strong.
Yeah, absolutely. You're great inspirational stories, and thank you for sharing them with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Still to come on Weekend Today, starting